लगा के मिट्टी का तू बाजी आज लगा ले, ओ तिलक लगा के मिट्टी का तू बाजी आज लगा ले, तुझ में जो चिंगारी है उस शोला आज बना ले। जान लगा के खेल खिलाड़ी, ओ जान लगा के खेल खिलाड़ी, साथ हमेशा स्पोर्ट्स इंडी, शान बढ़ा तू रहे अगाड़ी, जीत की भाषा स्पोर्ट्स इंडी। तिलक लगा के मिट्टी का तू बाजी आज लगा ले, ओ तिलक लगा के मिट्टी का तू बाजी आज लगा ले, तुझ में जो चिंगारी है उस शोला आज बना ले। जान लगा के खेल खिलाड़ी, ओ जान लगा के खेल खिलाड़ी, साथ हमेशा स्पोर्ट्स इंडी, शान बढ़ा तू रहे अगाड़ी, जीत की भाषा स्पोर्ट्स इंडी।
हेलो, वेलकम वर्ल्ड ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स। इस प्रोग्राम में आप सभी लोगों का स्वागत है। स्पोर्ट्स इंडी की तरफ से वर्ल्ड ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स इस प्रोग्राम को आपके सामने प्रेजेंट करते हुए हमें बहुत आनंद होता है कि आज स्पोर्ट्स के बारे में, स्पोर्ट्स अवेयरनेस के बारे में इस प्रोग्राम के जरिए आप तक हम पहुंच पा रहे हैं। आज जो गेस्ट हमारे साथ हैं वो डेक्कन जिमखाना स्पोर्ट्स क्लब के चेयरमैन हैं शैलेश तिलक। सर नमस्ते, स्वागत है आपका। नमस्ते।
नमस्ते।
सर आप जनरल सेक्रेटरी भी हैं महाराष्ट्र जूडो एसोसिएशन के। सो इसी के साथ आप जो काम कर रहे हैं बस उसी को हमें लोगों की तरफ लेके जाना है, और ये सारी संकल्पना जिनकी है वो भी आज हमारे साथ है। बिल्कुल सुप्रिया बड़वे मैम, क्योंकि सुप्रिया जी के जहन में ये बात आई और वहीं से शुरुआत हुई स्पोर्ट्स इंडी प्रेजेंट्स वर्ल्ड ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स की। तो सुप्रिया मैम आपका भी स्वागत है इस प्रोग्राम में। सुप्रिया मैम आज हमारे जो गेस्ट है उनको आप वेलकम कीजिए।
Yes, a very warm welcome to you, Shailesh sir. This is a very nice you have came on this Sports Indie platform, and we will like to listen to you how Deccan Gymkhana is a very well known and very a great mark for sports center in Pune. So we really are very eager to understand from you your story, what are the challenges and how you develop and how more sports community has attracted to this complex. A very warm welcome to you on behalf of Sports Indie.
बिल्कुल
थैंक यू
सुप्रिया,
मैडम, थैंक यू सो मच।
आपने जैसे कहा तो हर एक खिलाड़ी के लिए कोई स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स होना, क्योंकि एक ही जगह पे हमें खेलने के लिए सारी उपलब्धियां रहना, ये बात बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। तो इसीलिए मुझे लगता है शैलेश जी, मैं पहला सवाल आपसे करूंगी कि ये जो स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स है सारी जगह पे, तो उनका क्या मायना है और क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है इसका, इसके बारे में आप हमें बताइए।
When we look towards the sports complexes, I think there are two aspects of sports complex. We should consider it. There are two types. The first one is those who are fitness savvy and those who have played some sports in their earlier days, and now they are in the middle age category, or in services, or doing their businesses. For them, this sports complex is something as a recreational kind of activity, but जहाँ बहुत सारी सुविधा, अलग अलग गेम्स की सुविधा उपलब्ध है, so they can enjoy playing the sports, different sports in one complex. और होता क्या है कि when you go to that complex every day, like-minded people come together and you form a group. naturally तुम्हारा उत्साह बढ़ते जाता है towards exercise. You start trying to achieve new challenges with the support of your team. So this is a kind of different perception for these people. And when you consider the young generation who are in a competitive field and their parents, उनके लिए sports complex में a good coaching facility is a very important thing. They prefer sports complex because of good coaching facilities. Also, the facility, all facilities for that sport are available there. The crowd coming for the practice is also there. So naturally, the scope for development of individual achievement is also very good. जब हमें काफी हम लोग बच्चों के साथ खेलते हैं या वैरायटी मिलती है हमें खेलने में, then your परफॉर्मेंस बढ़ता है. अदरवाइज उसमें स्टैग्नेंसी आती है. डिफरेंट लेवल की कॉम्पिटिशन्स आपको इस स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स के जरिए उपलब्ध होती है. सो फॉर younger generation or for the players, beginners, these sports complexes play a very important role. Another thing is that when you play one sport, to become a champion in that, you need different kind of activities to make your physical fitness. There are flexibility, stamina, strength, various exercises are there, and all these facilities are available in sports complex at one place. So that is another advantage of sports complex.
Sir, like my second question would be, being the chairman of such a big sports complex, what are the difficulties and the challenges you face? Like it would be more pressure maybe, I think so. So I just want to know your opinion on that. What are the difficulties and the challenges you face in day-to-day life?
No, these sports complexes have different sports activities, but the arrangement is like that. There are different department secretaries who get elected from the members. So they handle day-to-day activity of that discipline. But the biggest challenge we face is, as I earlier mentioned, there are two different types of participants who come to the club. One are recreational and one are competitive. So to manage the time for them and to give them sufficient time, that time management is very difficult. You have to satisfy everybody because those who come for competitive, you have to give them a right slot as they are doing their studies, and for recreational people also, as they are working or their job is there, their business is there, they find time in the morning and evening. So this time management is very difficult.
So, okay, then our audience also knows now that it is not an easy job that we think. Being the chairman, also, it takes a big responsibilities. Answer my third question. Like when I read about you, like you have got many appreciation for your judo thing, and you have been like a national player also. Sir, I just want to know this basic general knowledge that where this judo came from. Like, what the foundation of it, or maybe there are many doubts and questions like people have still, people doesn't have so much of idea about it. So I just want to know the basic starting point where it started from and where.
In India or in the world?
Sir, in India also, you can say first India, of
Actually,
course, then.
actually it's a Japanese art. It's a
Okay.
part of a martial art. So earlier days when both the bhikshus used to travel in various parts of the world, they are not allowed to carry any weapon. So the self-defense purpose, they develop these martial arts. in which there are throws, kicks, arm locks, any various kind of these type of um, disciplines are there. So one Mr. Jigaro Kano from Japan, he has eliminated all dangerous activities from these martial arts and form a one simple and with safety features, one sports called judo. It is quite similar to our wrestling. So in 1881, he started in Japan, and now it is the third largest popular game in the world. And in India, what happens is our teacher, Mr. Khaniwale, who went to Japan to give demonstrations of archery. He was expert in archery through Hanuman Vyam Mandal of Amravati. And there he started learning judo. He stayed there for 5 years, and after coming back in 1940, he started judo in Pune. So, origin of Indian judo was in Pune,
Okay.
and
Sir,
now I think
I'll
almost all state are participating in judo. Many services people are there in judo. So now this is also a quite popular game in India.
Okay, thank you, sir. And I'll be back to you. But, ma'am, my next question would be to you. Like, apart from all the sports in the sports complex, what are the other opportunities like for people who ma'am सिर्फ खाली sports वहाँ पे नहीं है ना? Like, I just want to have a basic knowledge about it, so I just want to know your opinion on that.
See, as Shailesh ji has just mentioned about the crowd, that is the people who are visiting sports complexes are of two types. Like one community is morely focused on the recreational and fitness activities, and other are coming for as a sports as a career. Means like the two categories he mentioned is very obvious and rightly said by him is about healthy competition and recreational or competitive world and recreational world. So when even though these are two basic categories which are just being addressed at sports complexes, so looking at these points, I think there are lot many opportunities available as a sports career because say like for nurturing a sports, we discuss in sports India about forming a ecosystem. And when we talk about sports ecosystem, it always comes into account a sports coach, then athletic scout maybe, and then a physiotherapist, then a mentoring, a good mentor, he requires a good mentor, then maybe a sports psychologist is a coming emerging area nowadays, and even sports manager, because see to manage all these activities, a person with good management skills is always required. Maybe he is not from sports paternity, but maybe if he has good management skill, he can work and he can contribute as a sports manager for managing all the activities. And even sports marketing professionals are very important today. Maybe coming into just more about the equipments is a part of sports industry. So manufacturing industries also are more important, and new entrepreneurs are emerging as a sports manufacturers. So lot many opportunities are available, even sports complex backend staff. So Ms. Shailesh, you can talk more about that. But yes, so many opportunities are available, and fortunately, I have just mentioned in last episode also that government, our prime minister is more is focusing, and he's very passionate about sports and how we can bring more medals, or how we can make a global impact as a sports arena from India's perspective. So I really feel that a good sports budget is being given in this annual budget this year. So I think lot many opportunities are there in sports area, because if we look at say like IPL or Pro Kabaddi, so 10 years back, if someone would have said, you know, this kind of competition will give more opportunities to cricketers, like earlier that cricket team was like only for 2020 one day, and maybe for test matches, but now IPL has given lot many opportunities, because so grounds, equipment. So this is, and even when we look at Pro Kabaddi, so these new channels has given lot many opportunities to different people, and yes, now there are ample of opportunities available in sports.
So, our audience, and I think so, got to know that, there are ample of opportunities if they want to make a career out of it. And, sir, coming back to you, how big is the responsibility? Like, ma'am, and we are just talking about like opportunities in the sports complexes. When it comes to like providing sports facilities to the people, how big is the responsibility when someone is on your place?
You are asking me, Vishal?
Yes, yes, sir. Sir, I'm asking you that when it comes to,
Yeah, but I
providing
can't
a
hear
sport.
you properly. The voice is breaking.
So
Can you
can you hear
repeat
me
the
now?
question?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me now? Am I audible?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Am I audible, sir? Hello. Okay, I think so. When sir will be back. So, ma'am, so the next question I would be asking you for right now, till sir comes, that how do you think our discussion about sports complexes will encourage like young people to make a career out of it?
See, what I feel always that sports is a this is not a long life career. So so maybe it's a career, but for a certain period. So lot of uncertainty is there in as sports as a career. So because many times the emerging players, they face some injuries or health challenges, and so means like because of that they may have sometimes to leave their sports career. Even the other aspect is that these sports persons are making lot of achievements for the country, for national level, for international level, and then they are bringing pride. But uh, one can't pursue sports as a career till age of 60. He may can pursue the career as at the age of 40, but post that, what is in hand, what he can do. So in I think then in such case, finding opportunity or working in sports complex, giving his experiences, sharing his knowledge can be a best opportunity available for that particular sports person. So maybe heading sports complex all about is all about management skill. So if someone has good management skill, he can head sports complex. Suppose if someone is a expert in judo, like Shailesh sir is expert in judo, so he can contribute. Once like he can, uh, being entrepreneur, he can lead also this his business activity, and he can mentor and coach the judo players also. So lot many things a one person can do a multitask there. So what I feel ki sports complexes are giving rather more employment to people who want to work in sports industry. And then also unsung heroes are there, so like not every player can't go to national level. So maybe somewhere if he's feeling, he can stop at say certain level, at state level. So maybe these people always can think as good opportunity in this complexes. Not only that, they now corporate are also giving much opportunities to them. So in a way, it's like there are good opportunities available, I think so.
So that's a good part
Shailesh
for
sir has
our
come now. Yes.
yeah, that's a very good part for our audience now. So they have a clear idea now. So, sir, coming back to you, my last question to you was like, how big is the responsibility when it comes to provide a sports facilities to the people there, like a person who is on your place, sitting at your position? What and clear idea you can give that how big is that responsibility?
Definitely, it's a very big responsibility. It's almost a full-time job because these sports complexes are either run as a company or by a trust. So there are many members who are associated with the club, and these members are highly educated, well settled. So their expectations is also very high. So naturally, हमें देखना पड़ता है कि you have to keep a sports culture, discipline, good facilities, good atmosphere. That everything we should look after it. And what happens is uh, you have to look after the financial part of it also. You have to provide best facilities with a minimum membership fee, yearly membership fee, because those players who come for the practice or trying to make a career in the sports, you have to provide them with a minimum fees and the best possible best facilities with coaching also. So that balance and that may have to be maintained, and it is a very difficult task. So actually, what I think is for such a clubs or sports complexes who are century old clubs, some sponsorers or some big companies with their CSR fund must come forward to help such a type of sports complexes. Because as Madam said, practice is not only thing in their career. If you look after the career, there are many aspects of it. Practice is one thing. There is also nutrition. You have to be a nutrition specialist there, physio, then psychologist. All these facilities, if you don't provide, then best talent cannot come up. And this requires a lot of money. Financial assistance has to be there. All the clubs like Deccan Gymkhana are trying to give their best, but there are limitations. You cannot overburden the members also. You cannot overburden the players also. So I think there are so many now, like Jindal is giving big contribution towards the sports. Tata is also always there. These big companies, Reliance is there. These big companies should look to the sports complex as a future investment to develop the sports, to make Olympians out of it. That is what I think.
Sir, in your sports complex, which are the games played there?
Um, 9 to 10 disciplines are there. We have world class swimming pool is there, cricket facility is there, basketball, volleyball, table tennis. Then you have chess over there. You have billiards over there. You have a bridge facility over there. Tennis, we have 7 tennis courts. I think one of the only club in Pune who have so many tennis courts in one club. So, not many 4,000 square feet ultra modern gym is facility there. So
Sir,
it's
so
equipped with all facilities.
when I read about your sports complex, it's very popular. So I just want to know one more thing about it. Like, what is the total number of the students till date, like, which are your part and your members of sports
In Deccan
complex?
Gymkhana,
Yeah, yeah, Deccan.
in Deccan Gymkhana, I think every day must be 500 students or players coming for the practice in various disciplines, athletics and cricket and volleyball, basketball, tennis. So number is very big.
Sir, being a chairman, there would be times where you would be convincing parents and also you would be motivating students to make a career out of sports. How do you motivate them? Like our youth, or maybe someone would be coming to you that please convince my parents. So, how do you do that?
See, motivation part, if we consider now, first you have to develop the interest of that child into some kind of sports, whatever he is playing. He must develop the interest. जब इंटरेस्ट डेवलप होता है तो अपने आप उसका मन उसमें लग जाता है, प्रैक्टिस करने में उसका मन लगता है एंड ऑटोमेटिकली स्टार्ट डेवलपिंग. Once he starts developing, then you can give him challenges, you can motivate him, you can send him to different level tournaments, see his progress, and accordingly you motivate. But the first thing is to create इंटरेस्ट. अगर इंटरेस्ट नहीं डेवलप होगा तो आप कितना भी मोटिवेट करने की कोशिश करो, इट इज
Mhm.
इम्पॉसिबल. It is very difficult. What I feel, because when we started playing, suppose I started playing judo, so it was like that, that we every day in the evening we used to go to practice or to play judo for 2 years, 2 hours, 3 hours. There was not such a, because at that time the exposure of tournament was very less. So only thing was to go play and enjoy the sports. So
Okay.
like that, after so many years, you start developing your target. You feel something that you must achieve.
Ma'am, as sir said, this is the last question of the episode, so I just like to end up with this question with you. Ma'am, what is your experience till now? Because as a mentor, as a motivator, you coming out with this series and everything in the sports industry, you promoting sports so much. What is your experience till now in this industry, ma'am? Like not as a sports person, but that idea which came out in your mind that I have to promote sports for our nation or maybe for our youth. So that experience I'm asking about.
See, yes, now it's now almost 1 year we have started this episode. Like last year on Gudi Padwa, we have started this series of World of Sports, and now it is just a 1 year. We are just finishing 1 year. In same way, we are conducting one program in Marathi, that is संवाद मातीतल्या खेळाडूंशी, and lot many people have came on that platform, Marathi platform also. So what I feel, yes, like we came to know lot many experiences, a lot much knowledge about a particular sports from our various speakers, and whatever they are doing over the years means, like say if they are contributing in their respective field for say 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, whatever that experience they have gathered, they are just sharing in hardly half an hour with all of us. So it's a great learning for all of us. So say like someone wants to say, see, whatever Shailesh sir said today. Suppose some young entrepreneurs, maybe if they want to say start a sports complex in some say rural area, but whatever the experiences he has shared, they can just take that knowledge and they can compile those details, and then they can approach Shailesh sir and they can think of doing something in this area. So in totality, we just got much knowledge about various fields, like we called nutritionists, dietitians also, we called sports psychologists. So everyone has given different perspective about sports. And yes, it is, we are very we have very rich knowledge about sports now with World of Sports series. And really, I must thank all my hosts, like Vishal, you are there, Priyamvada is there. So all have contributed, and now the now there is much spread about World of Sports. And of course Uttara and Tai and Ameya, so Miti group. So means all, it's a team efforts, and sports indie team at my level. So all have put lot of efforts. And yes, this is a good episode. I can see that is giving us satisfaction. It's about our viewers, how they are collecting, or how they are extracting their knowledge out of it. But I feel we are trying to give our best as far as sports industry is concerned, because last time we have case from Nagpur, and they shared he is working as deputy director of sports. So he has given very good knowledge about what are the schemes available with government. So in all totality, yes, we are promoting sports and hope the emerging generation or our coming generation must be taking best out of it. That is what I
Ma'am,
can say.
surely it will come. And
Can I
so,
add something?
yes, sure, sir, please.
This platform is very good to platform to motivate players or children in the schools. If you can show this program in the schools. Now today only I have visited one CBSE school in which they are planning to make sports compulsory subjects for every standard. Or every day they have to be on the field for 1 hour. So if we can motivate them with this kind of seminar or this kind of a program in which some celebrities, sports celebrities come, have a dialogue with the children, automatically they will get motivated. That is my suggestion to the
Yes,
madam.
yes, yes. Thanks for your best suggestions, sir, and we will try to incorporate it definitely. Thank you so
The
much.
schools will be happy to contribute in this.
See, ma'am, see, everybody is happy, and I think so. Your thing, God is also seeing that, and maybe आज नहीं तो कल नहीं एक जन से भी अगर changes होते हैं तो I think so बहुत बड़ी बात है. And
Yes.
here we come to an end. And first of all, before ending, thank you so much, sir. And I know your time is precious for right now, and I'm very like it's my honor that I could ask you some questions and you gave us time. And of course, if you
We
want
have
to add
all the
something.
time for the sports.
And also, thank you so much, Supriya ma'am. Always, you are a
Thank
back
you so
support for us. And okay, so audience, meet you all in our next episode. So, in the same style, Vishal Kapadia signing off. Take care. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.